everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today I will be doing a review on the Fujifilm 35mm f2 prime lens. If you guys didn't know, this lens is a 52mm equivalent on a full frame camera. It is very compact, and there's multiple lenses of the same line. There's a 23mm and also the 50mm that are the f2 version. And I'd also like to mention, this will not be a technical review. I will not be comparing the slight pixels and the checking out the corners at f2 at its most open aperture. I won't be checking that. I won't be checking if there's any aberration, any X-forming, or anything of that sorts. I just will like to use it in real life situations and see how it performs and how it can help anyone who would like to use the lens. So the version I bought is the Fujifilm renewed / refurbished version. And so the reason why I bought this version is, first of all, it's cheaper. And it was only my second lens to my kit lens. And I figured I could save a little money and also get to see how Fujifilm renews and redoes their lenses if something is wrong with it in the first place. And what I learned from that is that Fujifilm does great. But am I surprised? There was no paint chipping, no scratches, no nothing. It looked perfectly brand new. You would have never known it was renewed or refurbished unless someone had said something. And I must say, this is another reason why I love Fujifilm. I must say, on this lens, the build quality is great. It is all compact and all metal build. The only thing that's plastic about it is the weather shielding. So when it weather shields to the Fujifilm X-C3, it can have a tight gasket, allowing no rain or dust or anything to come into the camera, which is great. Have a clean sensor and no imperfections on your photos, unless, of course, the front of your lens is dirty. Another thing I love about this lens is the aperture ring on it. It is clicky and it actually shows the f-stops numbers. So it goes from f2 to f22. And unlike the kit lens, you can actually see the numbers, and it also is very clicky compared to the kit lens, which I love because you can kind of get a feel of where you are, where you've been checking the lens to see where it is, or checking the actual camera. Another thing I really like is the manual focus. It is very smooth, and it just feels great when you are using it. But one thing I kind of iffy about, in a way, the textures of the both rings kind of feel similar. Like the grooving is slightly different, like a little bit further apart. But when you're fast in motion, it's kind of odd when you try to reach one and you actually turn the other. That's something I wish they had used more of a different maybe material, or even further grooves, or even different pattern when they use the metal. A great thing about this lens is that it is compact. So if you pair it with any of the Fujifilm bodies, it is great for street photography. It puts you out on the street without people really noticing you're there, which is awesome. But the great thing about a around 50mm equivalent on full frame is that it is good for so many things. It's good for portraits, architecture, landscape, anything you could possibly think of, you could probably use this lens for, which is why I got it in the first place. I needed a lens that was able to do a whole lot more, but at that f2 aperture. I got this lens because it's like an all-rounder, but it's a prime lens, which is crazy, and I wanted to try it on the Fujifilm system. So I tried it, and I love it. And I must say, I recommend it to anyone out there who's looking for a new lens and a follow-up lens to their kit lens. I recommend it to anyone who is out in the outdoors and needs a weather-resistant lens as well. You are able to do a lot more with such a small price tag. And another thing, I recommend you to get the renewed or refurbished version if you are able to. If you can save a few bucks and get the same quality, why not? So anyone out there who's watching this, if you guys have any comments on how I can make this video any better, please let me know. And anyone out who's watching, comment, and subscribe. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video, and I hope you guys will watch my future videos. So catch you guys next time.